Fun fact about Pajama Grandma. I love teddy bears, especially cute little teddy bears with little teddy bears in their pajamas. It doesn't get any better than that. I have loved teddy bears, I don't know, as long as I can remember. Maybe not when I was a little girl, but when I went to college, I had a teddy bear named Tommy. And he was an adorable little brown bear, and I'm sure I've got him somewhere in a box because I would never have gotten rid of him. But he was the subject of much torture and many games and many antics my first couple of years of college. People would, my sister's boyfriend primarily, but other people too, it became like kind of a dorm-wide joke. They would kidnap it from my room, and they would kidnap it, and they would do all kinds of things to it. One time, we had a pool at the top of our dorm. They hung it outside off the 12th floor down to the 5th floor on a big rope and had it swinging with a little noose around its neck. I know this isn't probably funny, but it was funny at the time. And then had a little shot glass taped to it and a cigarette taped to its little face. And I was swinging outside of my window on the 5th floor from the 12th floor pool. They had turned and hung it down there. And we couldn't open the windows because we had... our dorm was not really even renovated. It was a rented Holiday Inn that Marquette was using, and it was just so funny. And then one time, somebody froze him and put him in the freezer of my refrigerator in an ice cube tray. Another time, they just did all kinds of crazy things. So they kidnapped him and sent me ransom notes, and it was just a really fun time over a couple of years that this poor little bear was so abused. And he wasn't really abused, but he was definitely the subject of many pranks and a whole lot of fun. And that's part of, I think, the reinforcement for why I love teddy bears and think that they're so cute and fun. But I only like cute ones. I don't like scary ones or creepy looking ones, only cute ones. I used to collect them. I had probably 400. And I once I had kids, I downsized, and I thought I was going to someday make a room where I would put one of those shelves around the top and put all the bears. And then I just never did it. And this was my dream house that we built, and I never did it here. And if I didn't do it here, I knew I wasn't going to do it. So I started to give a lot of them away to charity. But I kept, I'm sure, at least one tub or so of them because Pajama Grandma loves teddy bears, especially teddy bears in their pajamas, because she can relate to them. Today, I want to chat a little bit about change, because change came up in a couple instances. I do a daily scare share every morning, and I just do one thing a day that scares me or stretches my comfort zone with people on Facebook Live, because that stretches my comfort zone to help us get out of the rut that we might be living in, just to move us one day at a time, a little bit, one little step at a time toward what it is that we want, toward what it is that I want. And I hope that I'm influencing other people to step out of their comfort zone and to pick something, a little thing every day that will help them move toward what it is that you want, that they want. And today it was the Steve Jobs quote about, I think he was probably 30-something, 32 or something, 32-ish. And he looked in the mirror every day, and it was a quote from probably a magazine article that said, every morning I look in the mirror and I ask myself, if today were my last day to live or my last day on the planet, would I be spending it and doing what I'm about to do today? And he said if he answered no too many days in a row, he knew it was time to change something. I think that's awesome advice and excellent, because I don't know about you, but I spent a lot of years in my past and in my life doing things every single day, day in and day out, that I did not like, that were not good for me, that weren't in my own best interest, because I thought I should be doing them, because I thought I had to do them. And we so often convince ourselves that there's things that we must do, there's things that we have to do, and we feel like victims, or that there's nothing we can do about it. But the truth is, we can always do something. Something else is always possible. We always have another alternative. And if we feel like we're stuck, if we believe we're stuck, we can always look at the situation from a different way, from a different perspective. And just looking at the situation differently changes that situation. It changes how we feel about it. It changes the results we get out of it. And it can change everything. Because the secret is everything changes just by us changing the way we look at it, or changing the way we see it, and changing the way we think about it, changing the things we believe about it. So if there's something in your life that you don't love, that you don't think is awesome right now, ask yourself what else is possible. What, and you might get the first answer when I say, well, what else is possible when I'm looking at a problem or an obstacle is usually nothing. There isn't a thing that can change. And then I take a deep breath and I'm like, okay, really? Is that true? Is there absolutely nothing that can change? And I know that that's a lie because I can always change my mind. I can always change the way I look at the situation. I can always question my beliefs about a situation and wonder, is what I'm believing about this situation, is this what I'm believing about this person? Is this what I'm believing about this business? Is this what I'm believing about my life actually true? And more often than not, we find out that what we're thinking, feeling, and believing about a situation, our life, a person, a job, our experience is just one way of looking at it. And any little thing that we change changes everything. It's like the butterfly effect. A butterfly flaps its wings in Utah and there's a tsunami in Japan or whatever the story is. But everything does have a cause and effect, including our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, and our ideas. They impact everything. So today I'm going to ask myself, if today were the last day I was going to spend on this planet, would I be doing what I'm going to do today? And I'm going to say yes, although I'd probably add a few more people I love and care about to my day that I probably won't see today. Yes, what I'm doing is now, in my pajamas, what I love to do. Has it always been that way? Hell no. Most of my life, it hasn't been that way. Most of my life in the past has been spent doing what I thought I had to do, doing what I thought I should do, doing what other people expected of me, and in some cases, to my own detriment, to my own really almost demise. And so I'm going to challenge you. Ask yourself today, are you doing, as you're going about your day, are you doing right now what you'd be doing if this was your last day on the planet? Because I will speak from personal experience. We don't know when our last day is going to be. We don't know when, boom, our clock is going to run out, or our hourglass, our sand, or whatever. We don't know. And that happened to me actually I'm coming up on my death day. My anniversary is September 7th. And I didn't know that on September 7th I would die and that I might not be here talking to you now. Now I'm, really lucky because I didn't die. I was one of the very fortunate few that is revived and made a recovery, and I'm here and I can talk to you in my pajamas doing what I want every day. But we never know when that day is going to happen. We really, really don't. And so that's not an unfair question to ask ourselves. If this were the last day of my life, would I be doing what I'm about to do? And if the answer is no, be like Steve Jobs. If it's no a couple of days in a row, maybe that's okay. But if it's too many days in a row, what are you going to change? And maybe you're just going to change your thinking, because when we change our thinking, that opens up a whole world of opportunity to us and the infinite possibilities that are always around us, but we just weren't able to see them because we wouldn't let ourselves see them. So today I am working on things I love to turn off my alarm, but I am doing some interviews. I got another interview lined up yesterday. I am doing I think it's going to be a 3 or 4 part series about how people can actually get the money or resources in advance to invest in something that they want to invest in. I'm hoping that they'll invest in my program, Supersize Your Business, but the secret is they can actually use those strategies for anything that they want to invest in, or anything they want to do, or any way they want to grow or supersize their business, or to get anything they want in their life. It's actually pretty brilliant. And I've got to say, I heard it before, but I was really reinforced by a team that I was working with not too long ago on a project that is a really interesting, different way of thinking. And it's really exciting because I love working with groups that are on the edge and thinking differently and making the world a better place with their new ideas and innovations, because I think that's the wave of the future. I think that's what's going to make the world a better place. It isn't going to be, not going to be the government, not going to be politicians. It's not going to be big, giant corporations. I know, shocker, right? Big, giant corporations aren't really out to make the world a better place. Really? The food industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the healthcare industry, they're not here really to make the world a better place and make our lives better. Yeah, no, not so much. Oh, I'm going into another rant. I don't need a rant 4 days in a row. So go out, make it a fantastic day. Ask yourself, what is one thing I could change? And usually the hardest thing we have to change, but the easiest thing and the thing we have 100% control over is changing our mind, changing the way we're thinking about a situation or about a thing. And that changes everything because it flips a switch and it opens us up to the possibilities of what might work for us. That's it. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you, of course, tomorrow with day 228. No, 215. Getting my days mixed up. Tomorrow's day 215 of What's She Up To Now. So what are you up to now? What are you up to today? What's one thing you might change or look at differently? I would love it if you would share in the comments below so it helps to motivate others, me included, to move forward and keep going after our dreams and create the lives we want and not be afraid of change. Bye. See you tomorrow.